Hello and welcome back to Coldborough Park Farm. There is always a car coming. Yes, welcome back. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do some mowing. So we're going to take this tractor just into the store area here. We'll tuck it around the side. We still need to use the weeder. That'll be in a future episode. In fact, that'll be when we've planted field number 7. But that did not win the vote for the interactive map vote, which is what I do basically at the end of each episode. I say, what do you want us to do next? Then you vote for the next job. And then in the next episode, of course, we do that particular job, which does seem to work quite well. So yeah, the weeder is going to be used in the future, probably 5 to 10 episodes from now. Not too sure, just depends how we get on with field number 7. But yeah, today, mowing is going to be the job which is on our to-do list. And we are going to be using this, which you'll probably recognise as the Krone BIG M. This was initially in Farming Simulator 13, but it has been converted to 15 and also now to 17 as well. But this time with some very nice features. We have got, for a start, a rear view camera, which does work. We also have a beacon on the top of the cab, which you can't really see from down here, but it is a beacon bar. Plus, if you want to, you can put a super boosted engine in it as well. I think it boosts it up to 700 horsepower or something along those lines. This one is just the standard engine, because that's all we really need. Technically, this machine would never even be seen in this county. So, yeah, we shouldn't really have it at all. It's just I want to use it. And of course there is the standard features such as the colour changing setting where you can change the overall colour of the machine, plus you can change the colour of the rims. But we're not going to do any of that today. We are just basically leasing the standard machine but with a beacon bar on top, and we're going to go over to field number 22 first of all to go and do a bit of grass mowing. Now I don't think we can actually afford to buy another field unless we can sort of squeeze in some money for field 38. We might be able to just about afford that, but land is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. That is to be said in real life and in this game. Anyway, if the traffic is clear, which it is, we are going to head up there. But this is going to be a bit of a challenge because, as you can probably tell, this thing, as I have called it before, is a spaceship. I have also downloaded the manual attach mod, so we will be using that in the future. I don't think it's going to be used for this machine because obviously everything is already attached to it. It's a self-propelled mower, so there is no need at all to remove any component off it. What you can see here is it's been very nicely updated so that it's got a fully functioning heads-up display. Plus, if we indicate, you'll see on the center console, we have got some LEDs on there for the indicators. Plus, if we put the hazard warning lights on, they do both function, which is good. Yeah, I think we can quite clearly see this has been quite professionally modified for FS17, but the base model is from FS13, produced by Giants. It's just been modified by GTX mods, as you can see up there. So the download link is below. Hopefully the place I downloaded it from was the official link, but it's always so hard to tell. It's not easy to work it out. If it was on ModHub, then obviously that's dead easy, because that's the official mod site. But if it's on one of these random mod sites, which you've never even heard of before, that is when it is very hard to work out if it's the official link. Right, so Chantry Farm is the place we're going to. It's actually a good job of going here anyway, because I have read numerous comments, or complaints I should probably say, from people not liking the gate being open for the cows. I do agree that it shouldn't be open. We're going to shut it. Technically, if this was real life, they would have escaped by now, but luckily they're so well trained, not by us, but by somebody, that they don't escape at all, which is fantastic. So how are you liking your power food? Is it feeling powerful? Like there's a supercar inside you? They've got the straw. The muck is being produced. Who did this? Come on. Who made this splat? Somebody did. We'll get it cleaned up later. That is fairly standard though for a cow to have a poo. Anyway, let's reverse. Using the rear view camera. Very handy. This is field number 22 just here. On our right, but actually when we go to the front camera, it'll be our left. Let's just jump out. And here we go. Now, will we fit through the gate? Obstacle number 1. Wow. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what the best setting is to have it on. I don't know. Maybe we should... Because we can... Well, at least you could do. You should be able to choose between a swath and an even spread. And I just can't really decide what we're going to do. If we're going to do hay, it needs to be an even spread. But if we're going to do silage, it has to be a swath. Well, it doesn't have to be. It's just it's ideally better. But yeah, to lower the mower decks, it's V. And you can adjust the steering mode. But I can't see anything which says about the setting. So that's strange. Oh well, let's just start it up and go. I should probably let it get up to full speed first. Okay, so it's defaulted to a swath. But I just can't decide if that is a good thing. I guess it is. We don't necessarily need any hay just yet, and we could, if we wanted to, we could get a tedder and spread this out. But no, I'm surprised I can't see a setting for it. There probably is one, it's just I've overlooked it. Let me just turn those beacons off. They do not need to be switched on. Yeah, because basically these back flaps open up, which stops it from funneling it to the centre. But no, this is looking good. The Krone Big M 500. Ah. That could be an issue. Oh no, squeeze past it. Well, I'm going to crack on here. It does look good with the beacon bar. Progress is going to be super fast. If you remember what we had before, we just had that, well we still have it actually, the rear mower which folds down. But I just thought we should have a change. We should just do something silly and buy a massive mower, as some of these videos do need a bit of energy put into them. If I was just to do this exact field with the smaller mower, it's probably going to be pretty frustrating and boring to watch. I don't like saying things are boring to watch, but sometimes it can be true. Like sometimes I have watched my own videos back and thought, oh, maybe I should have done something differently. This is just boring. I always do like to have the most in-depth and entertaining videos where I don't duplicate jobs too often, but it's not always easy. Sometimes we do just have to duplicate jobs, such as feeding the animals. I mean, there's only so many ways you can feed an animal. You just give it food. Unless we were to catapult it into its pen, I don't know. Oh, still, we will be doing some more feeding of the animals very soon, but just not today. Now, I kind of love the approach. No, I do love the approach of just having the sheep on the old stream farm, because it's going to really let us focus on just one animal type, plus we can do the arable at the same time. Some people don't like it, but we're doing all the other animal types on these other two maps, so there's no need to have the same thing 3 times in a week. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. Plus we're going to have some incredible cash bonuses or boosts when we come to sell some of those wool pallets. It's going to be fantastic. There is so much wool in them, especially if you have 120 sheep, which is going to still grow. I mean, on this map we only have, what is it, about 20 sheep? We don't have that many at all. We have 15, okay. Even less than I thought. Not very impressive, but it's okay for the size of the farm. Already, we have almost finished this field. We will of course go down to field number 38 just to see how much it does cost, because it would be very nice to own it. It's just, we do need to be very careful, because as you know, we already need to buy a much larger seeder for field number 7. We could lease it, but as you'll know from watching my other videos, leasing isn't the way forward. It is a fantastic short-term solution, but long-term, not worth it at all. Once that money has been paid, it is gone. No resale value, and you can't keep it. Right, so that's looking good. Rear view. Just a teardrop left. Now, I have been sent Sandy Bay, the latest version of Sandy Bay. However, I'm not playing it just yet, although I really do appreciate it being sent to me. I'm not playing it just yet because, as you're probably aware, other YouTubers are playing on that particular map. And I mean, we've got a lot of work to be getting on with here, and I don't want to just sort of rush a video to get it out there to try and push in front of other YouTubers. I think we should give them a chance to let's play it, because obviously I'm not the only farming simulator YouTuber. I can't swamp the market, which I think some people have mentioned before. So yeah, best of luck to everybody who does have it early. But no, I'm going to just wait, give everybody else a chance to play it first. I have been the first to play various maps in the past, and the privilege it is, but it just can sometimes feel unfair to other people, especially the YouTubers. So yeah, just give them a chance, and then once they have given the first look videos and stuff, then I might do some Let's Plays on Sandy Bay as well. But no, it's all about fairness, I think. So that is that field cut. Let's leave the field. And I probably should teleport, thinking about it, as it is going to be a pretty long way just to find out that it's something like £80,000. How much does field 38 cost? It costs 32,400. We can afford it, but only just, and that is not a good idea to buy this just yet, so we're going to hold off. And I think what I might do is see if we do own anything else. Field number 7 is our cultivated field. Field 22, field 23, yes, field 23 we can do. But as far as grassland is concerned, that is all we have. So let's head back over to the Big M. It's a shame we don't have more. One day we will have. But like I say, land is so expensive. Field 23 is just here. We've already cut it before. Last time we baled it. But I just can't really decide what to do. We probably should just silage it with a loading wagon. That's going to be the easiest thing to do. Plus the cheapest thing to do, I'd have thought. So let's just get it cut. It hasn't fully regrown yet. But having said that, it looks like there is quite a bit of grass in it. We can't miss out on this opportunity. If you take a look at it from up here, look at the size of those swaths. They are huge. Essentially what we've got here is either a lot of food or a lot of money, depending on what we do with it. Chances are it is going to be money because we already have some fermented silage. Very good view from up here. And as you can see, we've already almost finished the field. It is a small field, but this is one amazing mower. Can we get it in? Oh yes, perfect. Right, so that is unfortunately all of our grass fields. In FS15, it was in fact possible to cut somebody else's field. I don't know if it's possible in 17, but either way, we're not going to do it because it's totally unrealistic. Although you could do it if you wanted to, but it'd be pretty weird cutting somebody else's grass field. They'll probably think you're slightly crazy, or the owner might think, "Oh, thank you so much, you've just cut our field. That saves us a job." Until you go and steal the grass off it as well, then they might not be quite so happy. Anyway, let's take this back, and we are going to park it up. Or actually, no, we should probably return it, because we could potentially lose quite a bit of money if we have it for more than 1 hour. Right. Shut that gate. That does look very good. A nice field. Right, we are blocking the road. Sorry, pickup driver. Yes, let's take it back to the store. And we shouldn't be charged anything else. It should be just what we've already paid for it. But it is not cheap. I've just had a pretty good idea. As you'll probably know by now, on the 14th of February the Coon DLC is released, and that means that we'll be able to obviously have access to the latest Coon equipment, which includes a baler and wrapper all in one. which means we can produce silage bales. Now, yeah, it's not a free DLC, it is payware, but obviously I'm going to get it, obviously, because, yeah, these videos, they need DLCs. When it is out, we could get cracking straight away with that new equipment in the 2 fields we just cut, providing the grass doesn't grow before then. But it isn't too far away. I mean, it's only the 14th, and what is it today? I have lost track of the date, probably because I'm recording this a few days before the release of the video, but still, it isn't too far away, I know that much. Plus, I obviously want to use the new equipment as soon as possible once it is out. So, yeah, I like the idea of that. Hopefully you do as well. Just while I remember, please remember to vote for the next job if you want to. Top right hand corner of the screen, there is an eye, click on that and you'll have a list of different jobs which we can do next time. This, I'm getting bored of seeing. I think we're going to take it back. We're going to take it up to the yard. The trailer can stay here for now. Strange. Ah, yes, yes, I have forgotten. For the first time, we can use the manual attaching mod. Looking forward to seeing how this works. So, do we just press Q like before? I think we do. There we go. Oh dear, we didn't chock the trailer. It's very slowly getting away. Oh, it needs to be repaired. Press Z. There we go. I believe the repair mod actually reduces the maintenance fee. I don't know if that is true for every vehicle, but it certainly is for some of them. Right, this is a bit of an angle to be attaching at. Let's try and square up a bit. In fact, I have never, I don't think I've ever used this. Is that close enough? Hopefully, yep, that is good. It actually stops you from being able to attach it automatically, or from a button, having it installed, the manual attach. So how big is this one? I think I bought the biggest. Yep, that is quite large. Obviously nothing like the size of the one we've got on Old Stream Farm. That's going to go well in field number 7. Right, let's fold this up. We'll take it over to Coldborough Farm, put it in a shed somewhere, ready to be used in a future episode. How does that all mesh in there? Wow. You'd have thought that would get stuck somehow. Break all the tines off. I do like this tractor though. Some people from yesterday said that the textures weren't the best inside. It looks fantastic outside, but the inside interior isn't that good. Slightly agree with you, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. I've definitely seen worse. In fact, I've downloaded mods before, and you get inside the tractor, and the modder hasn't even put the interior in. It's just nothing. Just a load of grey. So no, this is very good compared to that. And the exterior view, that's pretty much perfect. Ooh, like a drunk person driving. So yet again, we do need to be able to find the money somehow for field 7, the seeder in field 7. If we can just find something to sell. We do have grain, which can be sold, and that would actually give us enough money for a seeder. The only problem is when we sell the original seeder and buy the new one, we'll have probably £2,000 to £5,000 left. We won't be in debt, but it won't be very healthy. So we've got to be quite careful the way we think about this. I do spend a lot of the time being in debt. It's part of my role-playing procedure. I have a bullet point saying, remember to stay in debt. No, not really. It just happens naturally. Right, okay, so let's put this over here somewhere. I seem to have filled every shed. Probably in the courtyard. Yes, perfect. We'll put it in here. Or even in here. This wouldn't be a bad store for potatoes. Reversing in here may be an issue. Fantastic. So that is our weeder all dropped off and in position ready for when we need it. and we'll put this tractor in here. Eventually it's going to need a wash, but so far it's fairly clean, just the wheels. That is because we've got the mod installed which makes the wheels dirty and then the wheels clean automatically when you go on the road. Right, okay, so that combine hasn't been used for a very long time. We need to find a job for it. At some point we will do another harvest, but having a bigger harvester will be pretty decent. It's just, again, finding the money. Never easy. Right, okay, so what we're going to do then is try and get as much money as we can do from the grain. The price is okay. Just had a quick look. Where did I put the trailer? I might have taken it back down to Chantry Farm. In that case, we're going to have to go and use the Deutz. Yep, pretty sure I did do. Oh well, fun little job for the John Deere there. It moved sheds. Use the Jaguar Star instead. There we go. It's detached. There it is. Yes, it had that weird issue with the cover being automatically put over it. I don't know what that was about. That's our store for the food. Not a great deal, but we don't have that many cows. And there's our wool pallet. A new one has spawned, but there's not much in it. You see, it automatically removed the cover again. And it's put it back on again. Weird. Anyway, yes, if we can just sell one load, that'd be great. Oh, should stop there. Shut that gate. But I look forward to it. The Coon DLC, being able to use the baler and wrapper all in one. There is, I think, a baler and wrapper all in one. Anyway, for as a mod. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't one in a DLC or a standard. I'm going to not be able to forgive myself if I've just said that and then found out that there is one. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Baling technology. No, there isn't. You can't wrap and bale at the same time with a standard machine. Let's hope I am right. Can't see one anyway. But that is about to change. This trailer is something else we're going to have to replace at some point. Obviously we can't rush into it because we don't have the money available for it. But I'd love to get a modded trailer, probably one by CD models because they're so good. In fact, I did a review of one just a few days ago. That was a fantastic trailer, but quite large, so we'd have to have the John Deere towing it. Right, so which crop is giving the best price and which crop do we have the most of? It's going to be wheat or barley. We have got 17,000 litres of barley, and if we take it to biogas we could get £1,056 per 1,000 litres. Slightly more for the wheat, but we don't have as much, so I'd rather do the barley. Everything else pretty standard really. So let's load this up. We can actually load it all up, as we don't need it for feed. 15,000 litres. Still leave some in there. Now biogas, that can only be the place we've just been taking all the silage to. I can't think of another place. Yes, it's next to the BGA. Now it's annoying, I keep going this way. We really shouldn't do because of the soft verges and stuff. A full load. We should take the road, but it is such a long way round. Right, yeah, biogas power. That is an instant giveaway. Biogas power is there. Where is the tipping point? Oh, there's a gold nugget on top of the container. Well, that's the wood. As we know, that is the slurry just over there. That is the silage. Ooh, it could be there. Right in front of me. That could be the place. Let's see. I was thinking too hard then. Ignoring the obvious. So again, this is not going to be impressive. But if we can get £52,000 in total, we can afford the seeder. 50,000, and how much can we get for the old seeder? I think it's in the region of £8,000 to £10,000. So yes, we can now afford it. Which means, in the next video, there'll definitely be the option of doing the seeding in field 7. Whoop, that's me pulling out too early. Yes, so if you want to vote for it, you can do. But if you want me to do something different, like forestry or contracting work, then by all means you can vote for that as well. I'm going to drop the trailer off, and then I'm going to go and pick up the old seeder. I'm going to sell it straight away. Well, we'll sell it at the store to get the 20% bonus. Always worth it if you are struggling with money. Some people probably don't realise that you can get 20% more if you take it to the store, but you can do. So if you can be bothered, it is always worth it. Yes, the seeder, I believe, is just through here. We'll make sure there is nothing in it. If it's been filled up, then we're going to have to use what we've got in there. But I doubt it's automatically full. Can't really see why that would be. Right. Technically we don't need the PTO attached, but let's just see. Ah, you have to press Z to attach the PTO, but also if you press Z you repair it as well for £481. That is the tractor. So what about this? Oh well, let's repair it. There we go. And that leaves us with exactly £50,000. Spooky. Anyway, off we go. My guess is the seeder isn't damaged at all. It's got no wear on it. We've never used it, so I don't see how it could be. Unless, of course, the previous owner has been bashing it about and stuff. The general use is wear, but there's nowhere we're paying for it to be repaired. Although, actually, repairing it may put the price up. Possibly. Before we head down the road, let's just see. Don't want to mess about too much here. It doesn't even say repair, so it can't be damaged. But no, it probably does put the price up if it's repaired. At some point as well, I say this all the time, but we do have to do some form of root crop harvest. Now, we could, if we wanted to, because I think there is a field, we could, in fact I think it's this field right here. Yes. We could buy a field with potatoes or sugar beets already in. As you can see, we've got one either side, so there is a very large selection of different fields which we can pick from. I think there is more than just these two. Only issue is with these two, they're pretty big, which means they're pretty expensive. But instead of having to plant the crop, which does take quite a lot of time and machinery, we could just buy a field which is ready to harvest, which is probably what we're going to do. It makes more sense that way. Still, we have to plant field 7 first of all and get a decent seeder, so let's just lower this down. Detach the PTO. Oh yeah, and then detach the 3-point linkage. Good. Drive out of the box, and hopefully that is going to be in the region of £8,000 to £10,000. Okay, I feel ripped off. I'm sure it was 8,000 before. Maybe that was something else. Still, it is some money. There we go. We have £57,322, which means we will be left with something, at least. I think it was quite a good guess, really. It's about £4,000 or £5,000 off the top of my head. But then if we can sell some silage or something else, then yeah, we'll be doing okay. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow is Wexcombe Manor Farm, so stay tuned for that. I have to try and find a different job to do on there as well. Surprisingly difficult, you know, to think of a job in each episode, but yeah, that is why some of the jobs are duplicated, but I'll try and use a different machine if I can do. Until next time, thanks again, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.